Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Trying to catch up. I didn't get to see what you said so far. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's all good. Yeah, I don't think Fozzie's awake yet, but that's okay. Negotiating with your kid. No, that's like negotiating with a sob sit. I just got an error message on my screen, so I don't know if you guys can hear me right now. I think it's my camera. I think my camera just lost connection, which is wired, so it's not wireless. So let's just skip the camera. Yes, I called the kids sob sits, all of your kids, all of my kids. They're little sob sits. Make up their own rules. They're like herding cats. That's right, Rebecca. All right. So we're gonna do Fleischer first today because my other courtroom has 15 minutes remaining before it's done, before the editor's gonna spit it out at me. So we're going backwards today, and that's okay. That's fine. He looks great today, so we should start with him. Oh, wait, look. Nope. I thought my camera was back on. Nope. That's fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. All right, let's go. Let's start with Fleischer. Let's just jump right into it. That'll give us time to sit back and relax before the New Jersey craziness comes and gets us. Yes, grab your coffee. Grab your coffee. So just so you know, thank you, Hope. You're the best. Thank you. I'm going to just put it up. Don't forget to talk. I want to get monetized again next month. I'm a month away, guys. I'm a month away. I don't think so. It looks okay. Everything looks fine. I'll do a reboot later. All right, here we go. Fleischer. I didn't even get half of his docket because it was so long today. So that's fine because he's not working tomorrow and he's not working the next day. And I will play all of it tomorrow and the next day.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yes, you are.
All right, let's rock and roll. Good morning. Thanks for coming. Here we go. All right, who's our first victim?
I'll be your first victim. Go ahead and send me home.
Yeah, not yet.
All right. I'm gonna butcher it a little bit, but top of page one, so I'm not gonna butcher it. I'll let you.
Avendano, come up.
Sir.
Do you speak English?
Sir.
Come on up.
Everyone.
Francisco Avendano.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Avendano, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with 2 counts of assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine on each of those cases. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Yes, Judge, on May 23rd, 2024, officers were dispatched in Harris County, Texas to a family disturbance. Defendant was upset because defendant's father refused to give him a cigarette, and the defendant pushed him against the fence. Defendant's father stated that the defendant ran to the front of the residence where his wife, complainant number 1, and grandson, complainant number 2, were standing. Complainant number 2 stated that during the argument, the defendant started swinging, punching, attempting to strike his grandfather, but struck his grandmother. Complainant number one on the fence, complainant number one on the
What?
face area and caused her to fall to the floor. Complainant number two stated he witnessed the defendant strike complainant number one with the closed fist. Complainant number two stated that the defendant later grabbed a wooden stick, struck him in the head area. Both stated that they felt pain and they were assaulted.
You know, if alcohol was a factor. What time of day, what time of night was this?
It looks like this, the time of the occurrence.
Yes, sir.
It's like 3:09 p.m.
9 p.m.?
3:09 p.m.
3:09 p.m.
And it was the grandfather's 67, I believe.
Mr. Avendano, I'm ordering you as a condition, well, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. I'm also ordering you not to have any contact with either of the complaining witnesses whatsoever. Any reason. I don't care what your excuse is. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County. If that means locking you up, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Imagine that if I make your bond $10,000, if you don't have anyone to bond you out, what happens to you?
Understand, sir.
Right, good. I hope you get it. It looks like a protective order was issued. I only see a protective order on one of them.
Yeah,
Is that-
looking, the other one doesn't have anything.
Okay.
Is that for the grandmother?
The case that doesn't have it is the 5-6.
The 5-6. Do you mind filing a MOA, please?
Sure.
I'm issuing now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection, Mr. Avendano. This is a protective order that identifies Jose Manuel Martinez as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is a stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
Work, I'm an active military Marine, and I work for a detective agency in Dallas, Page Investigations.
You're in the actual Marines right now?
Yes, sir.
The actual Marines.
How much money do you make a month, sir?
With business, my wife owns a detective agency. She pays me about 30 an hour.
Okay.
But
You said you don't say anything else. I just want to know whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer or not. You don't qualify. You make too much money. So we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. The only thing I'm asking from you is don't consume alcohol, don't use illegal drugs, and don't have any contact with these people and no weapons. As long as you can abide by these conditions, you and I will be best friends. Otherwise, we'll be mortal enemies. And I'm telling you, Mr. Avendano, it's going to be a losing battle for you. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
Good. So I'm going to have you go to Ramona. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Trace for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Do not leave until you've signed all these bond conditions. I also need you to sign condition. Well, guys, don't worry about filing anything because he's going to be monitored with Tracy for no alcohol, no drugs. Okay. All right. Please, sir.
So the MOA is not
I
necessary?
do. No. I do need the MOA filed on 5-6, please.
I don't believe it. Yes, he's an online Marine.
You go around the check. I'll go around the middle.
I'm waving, but my camera doesn't work. Hello.
Okay, are you ready? Let's go. Who's
Mr.
next?
Batista on page 2 is our next one, Your Honor.
All right. Levi Bautista Cortez. Sir, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Yes, Judge, on May 24th, 2024, Cortez, which is defendant 1, and Ortega, defendant number 2, officers observed 2 vehicles traveling south on State Highway 249 at a high rate of speed, side by side each other, as they sped down the highway. Both vehicles approached the intersection of State Highway 249 and Upland Willow Avenue and continued to reach speeds in excess of 83 miles per hour in a posted 50-mile-per-hour zone. Both vehicles approached the intersection of TC Jester and Westmount and Houston Road and came to a complete stop at the red light. At the signal, light turned green, both vehicles took off at a high rate of speed. Both vehicles at a point side by side accelerated in speed in a competitive attempt to outdistance each other. Traffic stop was conducted.
Do we know, do we have the co-defendant? Is there one?
It's working.
Okay, do you have a cause number on that?
It is.
He's on docket on page 15, Your Honor.
Got it. Okay. Can you bring him up, please?
Ortega.
All right. You are Jose Ortega. Mr. Ortega, you're charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I just did probable cause, and I'm going to find probable cause on both of your cases. Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Bautista?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Ortega?
Yes, sir, I do.
You both have liability insurance in your name. Then you are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you have to go to school. I don't care if there's a burning building and you got to go rush there to save people. If you don't have liability insurance in your name, then you are not allowed to drive. You'll be promising me by signing an affidavit today that you're not to drive until you get insurance and you come get approval from me. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car and drive. It's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not only that, let me give you a little bit of a hint. The Texas legislature has made it extremely easy for district attorneys across the state of Texas to seize and take cars from people who participate in these types of activities if you have one or more. I'm telling you that because I've had it happen in here before where people, the state of Texas, takes your car from you permanently. If you don't want that to happen, and if you like your car, I wouldn't engage in this behavior again. If I find that you do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in jail. The next thing I will take your privilege to drive away from you. And if you're unlucky enough, the state of Texas will take your car and make it into a manhole cover. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I saw that in a cartoon once, guys. A coyote was made a manhole cover. It was very funny. I would get killed if I did that. It is whatever your heart says it is.
Okay. Gentlemen, how old are you? What do you do for a living?
Centerpoint Energy.
How much money do you make a month?
I wouldn't know at the top of my head, sir.
Okay, we're going to give you an application to see if you qualify for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to send you off so you can figure that out.
Sir.
If you have the means, that you must get an attorney to represent you. Unless you qualify, which I need to see throughout an application, but for now, we're going to reset your case and we're going to give you time. What do you do for a living, sir?
I work in a dealership. I work in a dealership.
Doing what?
Service.
What dealership do you work at?
Driveway.
What is it?
Driveway.
Okay, how much money do you make a month, sir?
Around 2,500.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Both of you will get resets. Do not act a fool in the free world. You're on notice now. If I see that you do, I will take the free world away from you. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, guys? If you drove here, you may not drive home. You got to find another way until you get liability insurance and approval from me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll have you come over here. Both of you will swear to the affidavit. After that, we'll get you to Ramona, sign a reset. We'll get you out of here, guys.
I can read YouTube's mind. Don't you worry. I can read their mind.
So no driveway on liability, no racing, no street takeovers.
Right, right. If you can, so Ramona, I need them to sign conditions as well. The no racing and all that jazz. So please.
Those you should have just that.
Yeah, so no racing, street takeovers, donuts, reckless driving, yada, yada.
I don't know her name yet. Maybe she'll say it during the video, because if she did, I didn't catch it. It is a standard name though. Okay, so it's funny you say that, because normally when when I go to the list of New Jersey courtrooms that I have to choose from, I choose I I start with the most Jersey sounding name, the most Italian sounding name, and then I work backwards from there. So today I went the opposite direction. So the judge we're gonna see is like, I think John, like Judge John, or Jones or Smith, or just it's just a normal sounding name. I don't know why I went backwards today, but boy, 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 am I glad I did. Oh, and also, so I had to make a decision. I was either gonna play this judge from Indiana today, because oh my gosh, this guy in his courtroom is so good. Or I was gonna play a judge from New Jersey today. I was gonna pick one of them. So you guys got lucky. I picked the Jersey judge. However, if I can get my camera working, I'm gonna reboot after this. I'm gonna put out a video later today of of this stuff from Indiana, and I mean, I'm warning you, it's a slow burn. So the judge has a lot of lawyer talk going on, and then then this guy, he's great. You're gonna love him. I'm serious. He's great. And then and then a girl comes up with the fakest crocodile tears I have ever seen in my whole life, and it doesn't work. It wasn't Essex County. It was oh man, Cumberland County, I think. So yeah, we're gonna see as soon as Fleischer's over. We're gonna see the judge from Jersey on.
Irma,
Spanish speakers.
Let's do it.
First one's gonna be Jordan, Your Honor.
okay.
Page 11.
Freddie Jordan Garcia. Come up.
Victoria isn't in the courtroom today, and it's so quiet. Isn't it like deathly quiet in his courtroom today?
Derechito, parece derechito, ponga las manos al costado y responda a voz alta, sí señor, no señor. Mírelo al señor juez, por favor.
Are you Freddie Jordan Garcia?
Freddy Jordan Garcia, yes sir.
You were charged with driving while
Acusado de haber
intoxicated.
conducido ebrio.
You were facing up to 6 months in jail
Podría recibir 6 meses de cárcel.
and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Derecho a permanecer callado.
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Uno podría ser asignado.
Okay.
This is Ortega.
Jordan Garcia.
Garcia.
It's, the last name is Jordan Garcia.
Oh, Jordan Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So maybe start with Jordan.
Okay.
You see it? Yeah, okay.
So, Your Honor, on
Nuestra
May
señoría, el
25th,
día 25 de
2024,
mayo de 2024.
officers
Los
responded
oficiales
to a fleet
respondieron
vehicle
a un
crash.
choque
The defendant
If any of your exes get locked up in Colorado, New Jersey, Michigan, Washington, maybe California, a little bit of Florida, Indiana, Minnehaha, let me know. I will be so happy, even if it's a boring hearing, to play it here. I really will. I really, really will.
was a sole occupant, crash.
fue el único que había en el carro
the
que
ACSO
chocó
unit,
con el equipo
exited Nissan
SSO.
from the driver's door after the crash.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
He exited the
Se
Nissan.
bajó.
Nope. Now I'm going to make it a business venture. Because if you're going through a divorce, I think you'll pay. So $500 of the excess money, like try to get it from the ex somehow and send it to me and I'll play their video. Just kidding. I'll play it for free.
El del Nissan,
From the
del
driver's
lado del
door
chofer,
after the crash.
después del choque.
While speaking to the
Mientras de que estaban
defendant,
hablando con el acusado,
the officer
el
smelled a strong
oficial
odor of an
le dio un
alcoholic
olor bien
beverage
fuerte de bebida
emitting from the
alcohólica que
defendant's
venía
breath.
de su aliento.
Officer
El
observed the defendant to
oficial
have
también
droopy
notó que el
eyelids
acusado tenía los
and red
ojos
bloodshot eyes.
dormilones y los ojos rojos muy brillosos.
The defendant then
Él
admitted to
también admitió de
consuming
que había
4 to
consumido
5
de 4 a
Modelo
5
beers at
cervezas
home
modelo en casa
prior to operating the
antes de
vehicle.
haber conducido el vehículo. La
SFSTs,
FST
6 out of 6
6 de 6 de
HGN,
la HGN,
3 out of 8
3 de
walking
8 de
turns,
caminar y voltear,
and 3 out
y
of
3
4
de
one
4
leg
de
stands.
separarse una sola pierna.
DIC
El
24 red,
DC-24 se leyó,
consented to a
dio
breath,
consentimiento a muestra de aliento,
results
resultó
0.134,
1.134
then
y luego
0.134.
1.34.
During an inventory of the
Durante un
vehicle, the officer located an open Modelo beer,
encontró una
half empty,
modelo
in the center
cerveza
console
mitad
cup
abierto
holders.
en el console
3
del
empty
medio,
and 4 closed
3
Modelo beers
cerrados,
Oh,
3
on the
no.
vacíos y
passenger
4
floorboard.
cerrados en el piso,
8 more closed
y
Modelo
8
beers
más
on the back seat floorboard.
cerrados en el piso de atrás del asiento.
This guy's dead.
Sir Jordan Garcia, I'm going to
Jordan
find that there's
Garcia,
probable cause to go
ya
forward
es
with your case. Are you United States citizen?
Ciudadano norteamericano.
No, señor.
No, sir.
Are you in this country
¿Usted
with
está
or
en este
without
país legal o
permission?
con permiso o sin permiso?
Sin permiso.
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué sucede si acaso usted termina en la cárcel?
¿Mm?
Excuse me.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Jordan Garcia?
Cárcel, señor Jordan Garcia.
No tengo palabras.
I have no
No puedo
words to
decir.
say. I don't know what to say.
Think. What
Piensa.
happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
podría pasarle si
You're not in
acaso
this
usted
country
va a la
with permission.
cárcel?
What happens if you go to jail?
Realmente, ¿qué va a pasar? Think that they will deport me?
Right.
Cierto.
The problem
Did she just translate just like he did? All right, I'm just gonna go back 10 seconds. I think she translated his. Hold on. Let's play that again.
Think that they will deport me?
Right.
Cierto.
The problem is
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
for immigration to do that,
Migración puede hacer eso.
it takes 6 to 9 months just to get a hearing. You wait in jail until immigration is ready to have a hearing on you. And I'm going to tell you now, you're charged with the DWI. The fact that you have an open container makes it a minimum of 5 days in jail as a minimum punishment on this case. I guarantee that if you go to jail for that amount of time, immigration will find you and they will put a detainer on you.
Hi, Robert.
I'm putting conditions on your bond now, Mr. Jordan Garcia. And if I find that you violate these conditions at all, what, I don't care what the reason is, I will put you in jail. And if you're unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. No driving.
No a conducir.
You will be signing a promise with me that you are to make. I do not care what your reason for driving is. If I find that you drive, you'll be facing a contempt hearing up to 6 months in jail
She's cracking
every
me up.
time
She's
you
great.
drive. Do you understand?
¿Entiende?
Entiendo.
I
You
understand.
were lucky to get out of jail once Don't tempt fate. because you may not get lucky again. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you consume alcohol, any kind of dope, likewise, you will go to jail.
Entiendo.
I understand.
How old are you, sir?
¿Cuántos años tiene, joven?
19.
19.
What do you do for a living?
¿En qué trabaja?
Landscaping.
¿Qué?
Landscaping.
Landscape.
How much money do you make a month?
¿Cuánto gana usted al mes?
Por semana, 500, 600 dólares.
500 to 600 a week.
Who do you live with?
¿Con quién vive?
Con mi hermano.
With my brother.
Who else here is in your life?
¿Quién más aquí? Sea parte de su vida.
¿Quién más?
Who else?
Who else here is in your life? Where are
¿Quién
your
más?
parents?
¿Y dónde están sus padres?
Oh, en Guatemala.
En Guatemala.
Hello.
I don't want any more issues with
Yo
you.
no quiero más problemas con usted.
No drinking, no driving.
No va a conducir.
If you do not
Si
come to
acaso
court
usted no viene por
when you're supposed
usted
to,
debe estar aquí.
I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You've been given a chance now. You have no criminal history.
Usted no tiene
Do
antecedentes.
not muck this chance up. You will not get another one.
Does anyone speak Spanish? How do you, did she say muck? Did she? I have to know.
Se le va a dar otra.
I hope that this wasn't enough of awakening for you.
Es suficiente para
We want to protect public safety at all costs. And if that means getting you out of here,
Eso
we
quiere
will do
decir
it in a heartbeat.
echarlo de aquí es lo que vamos a hacer. I
Did you
understand.
want to apply for an appointed lawyer today?
¿Usted quiere aplicar para un abogado de oficio hoy? Yes.
I will give you an application.
Le voy a dar una aplicación.
No issues.
No problemas.
Come on.
I've been cracking up the whole time. She's great. She's great. My eyes are crying.
Mr. Vasquez is our next Spanish speaker, and that should be our last at the moment.
Okay.
Spanish speaker.
Are you Orlando or Jose Vasquez?
Vázquez. Usted es Orlando José Vázquez.
Orlando.
Orlando.
No, what is your name?
¿Cómo se llama usted?
José Javier Vázquez.
José Javier Vázquez.
Okay, well, I have two
¿Cómo que su esposo se llama?
Vasquezes. We have three Vasquezes.
Mire, el señor juez a todo momento, respóndale a él. Él es
Jose Javier Vasquez,
José Javier Vázquez.
you were charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail
Año de cárcel.
and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Yes, Judge, officers were
Los oficiales fueron
dispatched
despachados.
officers were
Los
dispatched to a
oficiales fueron
local
despachados
apartment
a un
complex
complejo de apartamentos
at 407
a la
Ritchie Street
407 Ritchie
Harris
Street
County,
en Harris
Texas.
County, Texas.
to a disturbance
Había una
with a weapon
molestia con un arma
at
en
approximately
aproximadamente
12:45
las 12:45 de la madrugada,
May
el
26,
26 de mayo del
2024.
2024.
Officers made
Los
contact
oficiales
with
hicieron contacto
the record
con
driver
el
who
chofer de
informed
la
the
grúa
officer
que le informó al
that the
oficial
male in the
de
white
que el
shirt
hombre en la camisa
pointing
blanca
at the defendant
le apuntó hacia el
was attempting to
acusado
break the windows of
y
his
estaba
record
haciendo el
vehicle.
intento de quebrarle las ventanas de la grúa.
Once the defendant
Cuando
realized
el
he was being
acusado se dio
pointed,
cuenta de que lo
he began to
señalaron,
walk away from the
entonces empezó
scene.
a caminar hacia la escena.
Officers in
Los
full Pasadena
oficiales
Class B
en todo
patrol
uniforme de
uniform then gave an
Pasadena,
official
entonces
order
dieron una orden oficial
to the male to
hacia el
stop,
hombre que se
but the
detuviera,
male then
pero el
evaded on
hombre
foot 300
después
feet east
envió
in the
300
complex
pies al este
before he
del
was
complejo
subsequently
antes de
caught
que subsecuentemente lo detuvieron y lo tomaron bajo custodia.
Did he break the windows or no? Was it his car? Were they towing his car? What was?
Estaban llevando,
It appeared that he was attempting to
él
break the
estaba
windows. This
intentando
was
de quebrar las
12:45, I believe, it was
ventanas,
starting
creo
to
que
go to the main.
eran las
So the alleged
12:45 de
facts
la
just says
madrugada.
attempted, it didn't say that it was actually broken.
No dice que se
So I don't think it was
quebraron,
broken,
pero
that's
dicen que
probably why he
supuestamente
evaded.
el intento de
So he
quebrarlas.
was caught
Pero lo pescaron
trying to break and then he
tratando
was
de
caught by the
quebrarlas
person
y
who
luego
owned the
lo
record.
pescó el dueño
And
de
he
la
called
grúa,
the cops
le
and
llamó a la
pointed him out.
policía y lo señaló.
Apparently at the
Y
time he was
según
seeing
parece
him
que
pointed
cuando
out
lo
as he was trying
vieron,
to leave
cuando
him,
vio que
Officer
lo
Jackson
estaban
stopped him.
señalando y el oficial le dijo que se detuviera el correo.
Mr. Vasquez,
Señor Vázquez,
find that there's
voy a encontrar que
probable
sí hay
cause.
suficiente motivo para seguir adelante con este
Tell
caso.
me, how old are you?
Dígame, ¿cuántos años tiene?
23
23.
What do you do for a living, sir?
¿Trabaja, señor?
en la Taipa nomás.
¿En pipes?
Sí.
¿En la pipa? ¿En la
Ajá,
pipa?
ajá, correcto.
En pipes.
Who do you live here with and how
¿Con
much?
quién vive usted aquí? ¿Cuánto gana al mes?
El mes ahorita no, semanal estoy ganando 600.
I'm making $600 a week.
Tell me,
Dígame.
United States citizen,
¿Un ciudadano norteamericano? No.
are you in this country with permission or without permission?
Without permission.
Look at me.
Míreme. Mire el juez.
Look at me.
Mírelo, un juez.
What happens if you go to
¿Qué
jail?
pasa si usted termina en la cárcel?
Así.
I don't know.
Think,
¿Quién sé?
what happens if you go to jail?
Con usted, si acaso usted termina en la cárcel.
Abogado.
I'd have to pay an attorney.
How are you going to pay a lawyer in
¿Cómo va
jail?
a pagar con un abogado en la
What
cárcel?
is going to happen to
¿Qué
you
va a pasar
if you go to jail?
si acaso usted termina en la cárcel?
You're not in this country with
Usted no está en
permission.
este país con permiso.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Vasquez?
A la cárcel, señor Vázquez.
Pues la verdad no sé.
Honestly, I don't know.
La verdad no sé.
Honestly, I don't know.
You're not in this country with
Usted no está
permission.
en este país con
So if you go to
permiso.
jail,
Entonces, si usted termina en la
immigration
cárcel,
sweeps it on a daily basis.
Revisa las cárceles.
They will fine you.
Y lo
They
van a
will put a
encontrar.
detainer on
Le van a
you.
poner orden de
You will remain in custody until immigration has a hearing on whether to deport you or keep you in this country. The problem is they were so backed up, it takes about 6 to 9 months just to get a hearing. That's need a lawyer to represent you. You're facing a year in jail. Not only that, but consequences with immigration if this ends up on your record.
No nomás para aquí, para este caso, sino que hay consecuencias migratorias.
Un abogado, pero sin ir a la cárcel.
I was an attorney, but I don't want to go to jail.
You don't want to go to what?
Jail.
And don't
Entonces,
be trouble.
no sea problemático.
Ajá, ok.
Ya está.
Understand?
¿Usted entiende?
Sí,
Don't violate the laws.
No, las leyes.
ok.
Pick up any new cases
Tengan.
and show up to court.
Y usted tiene que aparecer.
I will help you by giving you a
Yo le voy a
lawyer
ayudar.
today,
Yo le voy a ayudar con darle un
but I'm not
abogado
going to
hoy,
help you anymore.
pero ya no de ahí en más no le voy
This
a
is the
ayudar.
only warning you will
La
get
única
from me.
advertencia que usted va a tener de mi
Straighten up and fly right, or I'm going to keep you.
enderécese y vuela lento.
You understand?
Si no, ¿entiende?
Sí, ok.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to have you go to Ramona.
Ahorita va a pasar con el señor.
We will have you sign a reset. Mr. Vasquez, I do not want you to have any contact with the record driver in this case. I don't want you to pick up any new cases.
Okay.
All right? Come on, please. Yeah. Just a point. Do you mind filing no weapons and no contact, please? Okay, counsel, or, hi, please. Thanks for being
Good
patient.
morning, Your Honor. No worries. I'm here on behalf of Tanisha Che, CHEA.
Okay, you're not Miss Hewitt.
I'm covering for Mr. Fleming this morning.
Got it, okay. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind bringing her up, please?
Bottom of page 4, Your Honor.
Yeah. Tanisha Che.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Che, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and any views of the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you now. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. On May 19, 2024, officers were dispatched to 22165 FM 529 Road in reference to an assault, a family assault. Officers met with the complaining witness who stated that his wife of 8 years, the defendant, and he were in a verbal argument that led to the defendant punching him in the face, causing him pain and discomfort. The complaining witness stated that he received a laceration on his nose. Officers tried calling the defendant but did not pick up after multiple attempts. The defendant was ID'd by her Texas driver's license.